Yes, people, and welcome back to the What's Going On podcast. Welcome back to Normski TV. If you're new, please hit that like button, smash that like button, subscribe and share if you're new on the road to 300. Yes, what a weekend it's been. We are going to be discussing all things football, and I'm sure everybody's going to be looking forward to meeting the guys. They're ready to chat. They're ready to have a moan, you name it. They're ready. They're ready to rumble, as I will say. We are gonna just check the chat. There are a couple of people already in already. And let me just do something there before I mess up. So let's just do this quickly. Okay, right. That's all good. That's all good. Right. We are gonna go into the show again. Please hit the like button, smash the like button, and subscribe if you're new. Welcome to the What's Going On podcast. Let me introduce the fellas in. So first of all, let's bring in Mr. D, and we're going to bring in Mr. Kofi Klopp. We're going to bring in Mr. Chili. Ez is running a little bit late, but I'm sure he will be joining us not too long from now. And we are going to look at what's been saying, and we got sentiments straight in there first. Big up, big up to Mr. Sentiments.
Big up yourself, man.
Damsey to Brentford. Thomas Frank got pulled. Are we saying Damsey Odegaard to Brentford? Is that what you're saying? Please let me know. I haven't seen that. But I am hearing about Lokonga possibly going on loan to AC Milan. That's a possibility. So we are going to be still talking about transfer. We are going to be talking about the Premier League weekend, as you can see going along the bottom of your screen. Prem review, your player ratings, guys. I'm looking for your player ratings. We are let me let you explain what's going to happen in the show. Change the content a little bit. Obviously, we are still going to be talking about the transfer window because it still hasn't closed. It closes on the 1st of September. There's still a certain man's in this panel that I don't know what they're doing, bro. But listen, we'll wait and see. No pun, do it. Right, okay.
Hey,
listen,
this son.
Let's say what's you say? We should change the pod name from "Let's Talk About It" to D.
That's all right, man.
That's sorry, D, right. Man. Man's coming at you. We should change the pod name from "Let's Talk About It" to D needs to talk about it.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, D. This is what happens when you put yourself out there. Just confirm, Mikkel Damsgaard to Brentford. Oh, Damsgaard to Brentford. Okay. Right, okay. I thought you talked about Odegaard. I wish it was Odegaard. But anyway, he is our captain. We are going to be talking about the games this weekend. We're going to be reviewing our teams and the games this weekend. And just to let you know what we're going to be chatting about, let me just get to my schedule. Obviously, you guys would have got it. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about the Prem review and your player ratings. We're going to be looking at some referee decisions and VAR decisions. Rude awakening for Ten Hag's first Prem League game. And transfers, anything to declare. And the What's Going On prediction league table, which we'll be doing towards the end of the show. We're going to be predicting all the games throughout the season, 38 games. We didn't predict the first weekend that's gone, so we are predicting the 37 games that are left, okay? So I will be choosing a game for you guys to predict, and we're going to see how we do when it comes to your predictions and how good you are. And I think we're going to put it out to the people. What do you think, as we do come to do the predictions table, what do you think the actual forfeit should be for the person that comes last? So the person that comes fifth out of the top four, yeah, because there's 5 of us when Ezra joins us, what should that person do as a forfeit? Kofi did suggest about us wearing the opposition's shirt. Why? So listen, we'll put it out there. We'll put it out there and see what happens. Sentiment says Arsenal should loan Lokonga to Brentford. He could learn a lot. Listen, I think he does need to go out on loan. I still don't feel he's ready yet for the Premier League. When I say ready for the Premier League, ready for Arsenal. If not, then maybe go abroad and sort of learn the trade, bulk up a bit, and we'll see where I go on. But if that means if we do lose the Congo, we are then going to be short in the midfield. So Arsenal are looking at a number of targets, and we will talk about that later on in the show. But yes, we are going to be talking about the games. And first of all, let's look at the first game of the season, Friday night. Friday night. I love Friday night, bro. Yeah, Friday night. Pressure was on us a little bit, but man, I think we came through. I don't know what you guys think, but I thought it was an all right game. You know what I mean? Arsenal winning that game 2-0 away to Crystal Palace. A tough game, and Gabriel getting the goal. Not Gabriel Jesus, but Martinelli, and also a fantastic performance from William Saliba. Rolls Royce, as they're calling him. Do you know what I mean? Van Dijk 0.2, 2.0, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I mean, everybody's getting a little bit happy when it comes to that, but it was a great game. First 30 minutes of that game, Arsenal were on top, and I think we should have put away more goals. Martinelli in the first sort of 10 minutes of the game, you saw Gabriel Jesus just dancing through the defence. He's going to be a nightmare to play against. Set up Gabriel only for him to put it wide. I don't know if he should have took it with his left. I don't know if he took it with his right foot, but he scuffed the shot and it went past the post. Big up to Chili D and Kofi, all the love that's coming from Mr. Sentiments. And we have the main man in the building. Asher has come to. Asher, I think he's come to troll today. I think he's come to troll. Let's see what he's got up. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. But great game, as I said. First 30 minutes of that game, our Arsenal was in control, but then Crystal Palace came back into it pretty much from about 35 minutes onwards until the end of the game. But we stood resolute. I don't know if you guys watched the game. What are your thoughts quickly on the game? And I'm going to quickly do my player ratings for that. So what we're going to be doing is looking at our games and doing our player ratings for it. So we have to be really quick and say why you think give them an overall. Ez is with us. Big up, Ez. What are you saying, brother?
Yes, everyone. Yes, sir. Big up yourself, man.
You're good.
Up, everyone. Sorry, I'm
bro.
That's
all right, mate. Would you doing a bit of shopping? Would you doing a bit of shopping then?
Listen. I leave Chelsea to do that for me. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. So I was just talking about the first game of the season. Arsenal winning that game 2-0. Fantastic performance from Gabriel. Not Gabriel Mandri.
Yes,
Who was it?
Saliba. What a player.
Fantastic.
I'm jealous. I am jealous.
Wait. Tell me what your thoughts on that. Talk to me.
Jealous.
Talk to me.
I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let these men talk.
Well, listen. So what were your thoughts, guys? What were your thoughts quickly on the game?
Everyone's quiet. So listen.
Everyone's quiet. What you're jealous? It's like,
listen.
Come on, man.
No. I wonder if you're going across the screen.
Oh, but okay, D. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Okay, no, I don't want to just jump in. All right.
I would say, yeah, man. Just
okay, cool.
When you're ready.
Yeah. So, the game definitely went in spells, right? Yeah. And so, Arsenal definitely did better when they were on top.
Did you notice? He just tried to talk about Saliba because Norms knows that Arsenal got lucky.
Well, let me finish, right?
Hold on a sec.
So this is my thought that if Crystal Palace have a sharpshooter, I think you share the spoils, Norm.
Well, I don't know.
Because if you look at the patches, because I actually watched the game because I thought Friday night, first game of the season, I'm going to watch this one, and I kept saying to myself, if they have a sharpshooter, they may share the spoils here. But the strikers that they've got are very average strikers, and I am surprised that Patrick hasn't addressed that in the summer. Just to go out and persuade the board to give him a 20 goal a season striker. And yeah, but then Arsenal did what they had to do because there's a lot of pressure going away from home, and I think the first goal, because you guys were on top for large portions, but then when you weren't on top, there were goals to be had, Norm, unfortunately.
But I think last season we would have conceded. I think we defended as a team resolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't feel that we buckled under the pressure, and I think Saliba for me was the man at the back. You know what I mean? The amount of tackles, if you look at his stats, mate, and interceptions and that, I mean, he's come out top amongst all the defenders. I mean, even Ben White up against Zaha. Do you know what I mean?
So I was surprised he started, Norm.
Well, the thing is,
I was surprised he started.
We ain't got a right back at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You ain't gonna put Bellerin in there, are you? You ain't gonna put Bellerin in there. Yeah. And Tomiyasu is coming back from injury, so I know he's played there before. But my worry about that was the fact that and he got a yellow card as well. And I was thinking, what, Zaha now is going to play on this. Do you know what I mean? But he handled him well. I mean, some people will say that he had him in his back pocket. I don't know. That's for people to say.
And that's the way to beat Palace. Is to silence Zaha. He's the only realistic goal threat. And that's not being horrible to them as the strikers. They are very much need 4 or 5 chances to score 1 goal. Zaha's the only one. You pocket him, you kind of eliminate the rest of them. And Vieira should have addressed that in the summer. And I'm not saying that's on him. That could be on the board. I'm gonna move on. Go on, Kofi.
I mean, I think just quickly. I think Aziz had a massive chance, but Ramsdale made himself big. Do you know what I mean? So but the amount of interceptions that Saliba did, he got, is his debut, season in the Premier League, gets man of the match. Do you know what I mean? I mean, in terms of my player ratings, I'm going to give him. I know some people have given him a 10. I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. I'm not going to go that high. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go with a 9 out of 10 for him. Ben White, I would give Ben White a 7 out of 10. For the first couple of minutes, Zaha was troubling him. He got the yellow card, but then after that, he settled down and pretty much controlled the game. So I'm kind of sort of pleased with his performance. He's not a right back, and we definitely need to get Tomiyasu back there. So I've given him a 7 out of 10. Gabriel Magalhaes, I'm going to give him a 6. He's still a little bit too rash. There was an incident where it looked like he was an handball, but lucky enough he didn't realise that it was. I think VAR looked at it, but in the end they ruled it out that it wasn't a deliberate handball. But I'm giving Magalhaes a 6. Zinchenko for his debut. Going forward, absolutely brilliant. But what I noticed what Palace did in the second half is they started playing long balls over the top. I don't know if you noticed that. And a couple of times, what's the name, was beating him for pace. What's the guy's name that plays on that right side? The Ghanaian guy, Kofi. You know who I'm talking about. The 2 twin brothers. What's the? Is it Ayu? Is it Ayu? Yeah. I mean, he was beating him a couple of times for pace. Yeah, but he got the assist. A well-worked set piece from a corner, gets the assist. Martinelli heads it into the back of the net. So I'm going to give Zinchenko a 6. Odegaard went missing. He's our captain, went missing. Yeah, I think he was probably the worst player in that team. For me, was the worst player in that team. I'm giving Odegaard. There was one point where he was in front of goal. Yeah. And Gabriel Jesus set him up, made a fantastic one, set him up. He's got the goal at his mercy, and he decides to backheel it.
He's got no right foot. He's got no right foot.
Well, then he needs to work on it, bro. You get me? He needs to work on it. Odegaard, I'm giving him a 4. Yeah, that's the lowest one. He's getting a 4. I think Thomas. Yeah, man. Well, I'm just giving my thing. Obviously, you're gonna have to give your ratings for your team, but I'm giving him a 4. Thomas Partey, I think, was probably our second best player in the team. I think he done well. Obviously, done well under pressure because every time he touched the ball, the fans were booing. Obviously, for the reasons we won't go into. But I think he done well. I'm going to give Thomas Partey an 8. Granit Xhaka, does what Granit Xhaka does. for me, he hasn't got the legs in midfield. Okay, yes, he kept the ball ticking, but got a silly yellow card for diving. And I will talk about the ref when we come to the ref watch, because I thought, personally speaking, there were some Crystal Palace players that should have got a yellow card and they didn't get it. But I'm giving Granit Xhaka, I'm going to give Granit Xhaka a 6. Saka, one thing about Saka that frustrates me is he gets into that final third and it's just his final decision making. I think sometimes he just needs to make the easier pass. I think sometimes he runs down blind alleys, and this is something I've always talked about. And for me, even though he sort of made the game safe, on goal, I'm gonna give Saka a 6 as well. Gabriel Jesus on his debut for Arsenal didn't get a goal, but he worked tirelessly hard. He's not going to be like another Lacazette. This guy will get goals. As I said, first half an hour, this guy was everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Creating problems. And I think that he's going to give teams a lot of trouble. So I think I'll give Gabriel Jesus a 7. And Martinelli getting the goal. Again, he just needs to get his head up, gets into the box, final first. He's very good with his feet, quick feet, but it's just about him getting his head up and just picking the right pass. Glad that he got the goal, because basically what would happen is him missing that goal at the start. That was a sitter. You're thinking, oh my gosh, but he got a goal back from a header. I'm going to give Gabriel Martinelli. I'm going to give him a 7 as well. I'm not going to go into the subs. Ramsdale, I forgot to mark him. I'm going to give Ramsdale. There was a couple of dodgy moments, Ramsdale. I mean, listen, the distribution is fantastic, but there was a couple of times where he gave the ball away twice, and it could have been detrimental. As Dee said, if they had some sharp shooters, it could have been a different story. So I'm going to give Ramsdale, picked off 2 brilliant saves. One from obviously Aziz making himself big, and I think the other one was from I can't remember who the other guy that headed the ball. I can't remember who it was.
Point blank.
Yeah, point blank, and he made a save. So I'm going to give Ramsdale a 7. So overall, for the team, getting the 3 points away to a difficult place, Crystal Palace, I think overall I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. So overall for the team, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. And Arteta, I'm going to give him the manager. I'm going to score him. I thought he took a little bit long making the substitution, but then at the end of the day, he's come out the winner. So I'm going to give Arteta a 7 out of 10. But the overall score for the team is an 8 out of 10. I don't know what people want to think in the chat. Please feel free to put it in the chat what you think the overall score is for Arsenal against Crystal Palace. And if you want to even put in some of your scores for individual players, please feel free. Sorry, quickly, Kofi, just your assessment of the game and your thoughts on Saliba.
Yeah, I was impressed with Arsenal, to be honest. It's not every time you see them go away to Crystal Palace and, they actually come away with positive result. And, there's lots of positivity within the team. Definitely Saliba standout performance, and watch out, Norms. Liverpool might be in the hunt.
You better shut up your mouth, bro. About in the hunt. That man needs to up and sign the deal.
But you know what? I'm optimistic. Arsenal will actually do some great stuff this season. They're not going to harm us. Don't get me wrong. Don't get big-headed. But Arsenal will be a good threat to a lot of teams, I think.
Okay. Fair assessment. Ez? Just quickly, your thoughts on the game?
I think that's fresh from Kofi after Fulham.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
Here we go.
We'll talk about that in a bit.
Arsenal's going to touch them. Fulham just come up and touch your best player. Van Dijk was sitting on the floor when I looked. You know what I mean? Scratching his head, looking for VAR.
It's just before you chat.
Yeah,
there's a Chelsea-Liverpool beef that I need to address. We have a beef. I don't like Chelsea. I'm gonna just put it out there. I don't like Chelsea at all.
Cool. It's all right. I like Liverpool.
Don't be nice. Don't be nice. Come out.
By the way, the grass was a bit dry as well.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. It's all right.
I'm playing. But hey, Kofi, I did say letting Mane go would might be a little sign that Liverpool might let up. But Nunes looked good, so that's balanced it out a little bit. So it's anyway, we'll come to we're at Arsenal, right? I'm not convinced by Arsenal's performance. I think it was good result. Doesn't mean it was a good performance. I don't think it was a good performance all round. A bit like Dee said, if they had taken them chances, I think he would have panicked more. And it could have been a different result. But Saliba looks great. Saliba looks fantastic. We're about to spend about 80 million on a player that might not even be as good as him. You know what I mean? Fofana is okay. He's okay. But I don't think he's 80, even more than 80 million. The Leicester one apparently is crazy. Maguire money, you know. But back to Crystal Palace performance and Arsenal, they had the same amount of shots on target. They dominated possession.
Yeah,
they had almost 60% possession. That's crazy. More passes.
Yeah.
So it's like, but Arsenal, that's where you've clearly improved, because you kind of said, well, we'll get a result somehow. Where before, you weren't really grinding out them results always. So, you know, it's almost like a credit, but it needs to now only be better.
Yeah.
You need to, you know what I mean? And hey, Arteta seems to get his players in, so there you go.
I think you hit a good point there about the possession stats. When I saw the possession stats, I'm like, bro, I mean, if we are meant to be a possession-based football team, then we need to do better, especially away from home. I mean, you know, Liverpool will go away from home, Man City will go away and dominate possession. Yeah. And that's what Arsenal, we can't keep allowing, because what I found, after 30 minutes, we started to sit back.
Yeah, when they settled, right? When they settled and they were just popping the ball. But they were playing confidently. I'll tell you what, their centre-back was pinging.
Anderson. The Anderson. Somebody mentioned it in the chat earlier on. What a player. Joshua Anderson.
His energy.
Can I just make a little point, though? I saw some stuff on Twitter. I don't know if you saw some stuff on Twitter, because obviously Dr. Anderson is a white guy. And if you looked at it, that Crystal Palace team, he was the only white guy playing.
Literally,
his own brothers, wasn't it?
It's all brothers. But then there were some certain things that were being put out there on Twitter. I won't go into it. Chile might have seen it as well. Not happy about it. But they were kind of trying to compare. Because what I'm basically trying to say is, listen, I'm not got no chip on my shoulder, nothing like that, bro. But don't be giving that kind of energy. Where, you know, when you see a team where it's predominantly white and there's only one black player, I don't see stuff going out on Twitter saying, oh, he's the only black fella playing in there. When it comes to Crystal Palace, now, you know, they're making a big thing of it on Twitter and that. So that nonsense needs to stop. You understand? That needs to stop.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah. You go check it out. Just check it out.
Crazy.
It's a bit mad. But yeah, fair assessment there.
I was pinging the ball, so.
Oh my lord!
Yeah. Listen, the man was. Listen, I'll tell you what. I'll take him in the back, man. Do you know what I mean?
Seriously,
good player.
I only saw him misplace like one.
Yeah.
You know, it was sinking over Zinchenko. It's clearly the game plan, because they know that Zinchenko is a natural left back, and they knew that White is a natural
and that's where they were getting their joy. That's where they were getting their joy from. Chile, what are your thoughts on Arsenal winning away to Crystal Palace 2-0 to the Arsenal?
See, that right there, that's Arsenal fans all over.
Listen, I'm just doing it to banter you.
Yeah, I'm talking.
Right. Yes, Mr. Craig. Yes, big up, man.
Yes, Craig.
Happy birthday. You're just recovering from it. Big up to you.
Happy birthday,
Craig. Yeah, man, belated.
It's been a great day. Sorry, Chill. You may talk, bro.
I think Arsenal fans need to just chill, man. Saliba, different gravy. He had a brilliant game, but just chill. I hear them comparing him to Van Dijk.
Oh, too early.
At least give him a season. If he does it all season, I'll be the first to say, yeah, you got a proper gem there. And then as for the victory, like them guys alluded to, you were lucky, mate. You were lucky. They were pinging the ball around you for a lot of that game, and they had opportunities, but they just They got rid of Benteke, innit? He's gone. So.
Yeah.
Is that what's going on there? I didn't realize he'd gone, you know.
Yeah. Man's gone to play. Is he gone to play
Where's
in
he gone?
MLS? Yeah, I think he's playing.
Yeah. I think it is MLS.
I think he's going to play for Wayne Rooney's team.
Wayne Rooney.
Yeah,
Dallas,
is it?
yeah.
Something Dallas is it or something? Whatever.
Oh no, he's gone to DC United then.
DC United, yeah.
Yeah, DC United. Yeah, Washington. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Asherlingo, Ez, please remember 4-0.
Asher started early today. He started early. Normally we give him like at least 40 minutes. Yeah, man started to come in a half an hour. I've only been in 20 minutes, Asher. You know what I mean?
Right, sorry. I'll let you come and deal with him in a bit. So, sorry, Chili, going back to your assessment. Sorry. Yeah, so you're saying about Arsenal fans are getting a little bit happy.
Yeah, but I think on the balance, you did deserve it. You were slight. Like Gabriel Jesus, boy, he's by far your best player. I mean...
Oh, yeah. You could say he's miles apart, isn't he?
No one that's even nearly as good as him. And so you need to keep him fit and let him do his thing, man.
Yeah.
When we had Ericsson, Pochettino just said to him, go and do what you want to do. And that's what you're going to have to do with this guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, if he gets injured, that's my worry. You know, there's going to be a massive drop-off, you know, to Nketiah. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we are doing any other... I mean, we've been linked with a number of players this week. So I'm just hoping and praying that we get them over the line. There's a guy called Yeri Pinto from Villarreal.
Oh, yeah.
Good player. 19-year-old. We linked with him. So hopefully something may come of that. 32 to 42 million they're looking at. That's the sort of ballpark figure. But they're kind of talking, but no fee or nothing's been agreed, or nobody's actually putting an offer. But as I say, Arsenal, we're just linked with everybody right now at the moment. So yeah, but listen, okay, well, look, some people have already put in the chat and given some of their thoughts on my player ratings. Ramsdale 5, Ben 6, the Tower 8. Gabriel 5, Zing 7, Party 7, Xhaka 3, Pordigard 2, Martinelli 5, Jesus 6, and Saka 5. So yeah, listen, feel free, mate. That's your opinion. We all do have different opinions. So listen, let's now go on to the next game. Early kickoff, Saturday morning or afternoon, wouldn't call it. Fulham 2, Liverpool 2.
Yeah.
Who wants to take the floor?
I need to. You know what? I let everybody talk before I even take the floor because.
And then once you do that, please let's have your player ratings as well, Kofi. So we'll let everybody say what they thought about the game. And
you know what? Yeah,
I believe Kofi. That's what you're saying.
Leave them up, man.
Listen, I messaged Norm straight away. Yeah, and I was a Fulham fan. Fulham's meant to be my enemies. Yeah. Because Fulham are down the road from Chelsea. In fact, if you walk far enough, you can get to, Vicarage Cottage. And I screamed down the house. My poor neighbours must have thought I was a Fulham fan because I was screaming more than I was screaming for Chelsea when they scored later on. Trust me. But Mitrovic under Fabio Silva, different guy to the Mitrovic under Scott Parker. And I had a feeling there was a game in the Championship where I think he scored 5 in one game or something.
That's right.
And I just knew the man was a different guy. There was a different guy under this manager. He knows how to get the best out of it. Now, this Mitrovic guy, he didn't respect Van Dijk. Not at all. Didn't even. I'm sure he even asked who he was after the game because, you know what I mean? Listen, there was no respect. He got bullied. Trent Arnold got bullied for the header. And gosh. Mitrovic, he completely baffled him for the penalty. And then he scored it as well. He stood up and he said, "Yeah, he's a good striker." Liverpool looked a little bit like I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie. They had their chances as well. They just squandered them. You had what's his name? Diaz hit the bar or something or the post.
Yeah. He had a goal disallowed as well.
Yeah, Liverpool weren't the normal zippy Liverpool though. Thiago was struggling. I see what you mean about you need a midfielder. I get it now. I didn't see it before. Yeah. But when teams come at you and Fulham came to play football. They weren't just going long. They played football.
They literally. It's not even about match Liverpool because for work rate, they outplayed them.
I think
in every area of the pitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I said it
Fearless.
to you I just said, mate, I watched the first 5 minutes, and within the first 5 minutes, Fulham had 2 chances, and I'm like, whoa! And I was texting Kofi as well. At some point, I was actually FaceTiming Kofi so he could watch the game, and he's like, what?
Get my reaction.
Get your reaction. But yeah, Mitrovic for me, obviously you got man of the match. You've got the paciest of guy, but how on earth is Van Dijk giving away that penalty?
And it's rare. It's rare.
It's very rare.
Very rare. But listen, over to the floor. I think I won't go any further than that because
Mr. D.
Wow. For me, there's a lot with Liverpool. There's a lot that you have to respect about Fulham not going into that game with fear, because there's every reason to go into that game thinking we could take a hiding here. You know what I mean? And I was hearing that Mitrovic got home and he emptied his pockets and put the man's wallet and keys on his side table. The missus said, "Who's that?" He said, "Oh, this is Van Dijk's wallet and keys. I had him in my pocket the whole game, darling." You know what I mean? So we're going out for a steak meal now and a nice box of bread, and we're going to enjoy this point that we just got, right? Because if it was on the other foot, Kofi's going to put me anyway. I'm going to get cooked, so I'm doing some cooking, right? And then after all that, he took off his shoes and took some dry grass out of there as well and shaked it in the bin and said, "Yeah, the picture's a bit dry today, darling." So listen, it's one of them. It sweet me because of the hype going into the season.
Yep.
I never expected that result.
And the disrespect to Mane.
Yeah.
Right, and sometimes
now you miss Mane. Now you miss
that humbling, because you saw how many excuses Klopp was giving. I'll be like, bro, take it on the chin. You got a point. You know what I mean? You got a point where it could have been another way. You know what I mean? So I think if Mitrovic had help up there, they may have beaten you at the Cottage, which would have been an absolute shocker. And then it's World War III, like what we're going through now. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, if we both lose like that, these guys will make the headlines because everyone's expecting us to have a nightmare at the Theatre of Dreams. It's just what it is right now until this man figures out how to get some more better players in there. So for me, a great result. If Mitrovic continues like that, it's going to be a handful of season, man. He's strong in the box, right? So I expect him to bully more central defenders like that, not just Van Dijk. If you're bullying the best like that, that's a worry. Can he keep it up? We'll see.
D, what you got to remember, that first goal, it was Arnold that was defending that first goal. And I mean,
it was a slam dunk.
Is he a defender? That's the question we need to ask ourselves because, mate, no awareness around him.
Yeah. But he's not in there, as you know. He's not in there to defend. And
he's not. It's a bit like Zinchenko.
Yeah, he's not really in there to defend.
My issue with Arnold is he lapses in concentration, and because he's going and covering a lot of ground going forward. His defensive frailties just put egg on his face all the time.
Yeah.
And boy, I was just, my head was in the water. It was in the sand. When Norman was calling me, he was calling me. Give me updates. I was enjoying Norfolk. And man was like, see your team. I was like, what's going on? I can't see anything. I'm like, what's going on? Penalties. Headers, everything. I'm like, oh gosh, this is not for me today.
I mean, listen, there's even talk. I mean, listen, I'm not going to listen to it, but they even talk about if Liverpool, is there a chance that Liverpool could be stalling when it comes to the title? Now it's one game, and how are people? Listen, Man City, we'll talk about them in a second at Haaland, but during that game. And the way Man City took West Ham apart, guys, I mean, is there a chance that, Liverpool could be not in the title race? That's what people are saying. Now, I just think it's a bit too premature to say.
I'm too early for that, Norm.
There are people putting it out there. People are putting it out there.
I believe that.
As I said to Norms, the excuse Klopp gave, saying it was a dry pitch, I think they just didn't really want to turn up because they took the train.
Yeah, I saw that, Kofi. Someone filmed that and put that on
They were all
Instagram.
lined up.
Yeah, they're at the train station,
but
and they were saying that the Nunes.
Faces look
Yeah,
glum.
but let me just say
Yeah.
this, yeah. Before
Welcome to
Kofi-
England.
Yeah, let me just say this just quickly though, because Kofi, when I said to him about the draw and everything, he said, "I wonder if it's because they took the train." That's
But Kofi, why a club like Liverpool taking the train down to London? What's that about?
Honestly, like I saw this clip and I was like, are they for real? Is that how they're gonna travel to the first game of the season? You know,
No,
but-
Is he trying to humble them? Is he trying to humble them, or is that about the budget after?
Maybe it's part of their plan for net zero emissions.
Emissions, yeah, true, you know.
And they're a big for that Liverpool.
Yeah, so maybe that's what's going on there, my friend.
But
but the players weren't feeling that at all.
Yeah, you can see that.
yeah. So
I mean,
what's
if you
Kofi-
can turn up.
are you putting that down to the fact that that's why they drew?
No, I can't make excuses.
Don't let that come out your mouth, please.
Listen, I can't make excuses. The only thing I can say that Liverpool looked at Fulham and said, easy pickings for the first game of the season. But it's a tricky game. You go to their ground, and it's not a nice ground to come and play at.
It's a tight pitch as well.
You know,
Do you know what though? I kind of respect Fulham because first day of the season, you're not going to get relegated, are you? So you might as well go and have a
That's
go.
right.
You might as well go and have a
Yeah,
go. Go
very
guns
true.
blazing.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose. And we've got 37 other games after this. If it goes
Right.
really badly, to fix it. You know what I mean? So
my
yeah,
hats
good on them.
off to them because they made us look ordinary, like how we make teams. They were hustling us. They were making us look like we can't pass the ball. Balls pinging back and forth, and you know
The thing is, you're
the
the king of
midfield.
pressure.
Our midfield really is aged, and we need young, fresh guys in midfield because
Well, you got Thiago out now for 6 weeks.
look, Henderson was just I don't know where he was in the game. Fabinho,
I think he was the
something else.
question mark.
Like,
Henderson was
if you
alright.
if you look at my ratings for all the first team, that
Well,
played,
let's have them. Let's have your ratings then. Let's have your ratings for Liverpool. Start just the people that were playing. I don't want the subs. So the team that started.
I have to add the subs in because the subs made the difference.
Okay. I do this. They do this, isn't it? Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
No, first of all, Alisson, I mean, he had an average game. He hasn't had much preseason, but you know, he what could he do? Yeah, I mean, it could have been like 4. I reckon it could have been 4 if he wasn't there. So I gave him a 6. Robbo looked lost sometimes.
Yeah,
Robbo,
that's coming from me, man. Sorry, man. Go on, do your thing.
Van Dijk. But all of them average scores. I was giving them, and this has been nice 6s.
What?
I was giving these guys 6s.
You're being nice, bro.
So Alisson, what you giving Alisson?
I gave Alisson a 6.
Okay.
I gave.
What about Trent? Trent.
Yeah, but everybody. The thing is, Trent. I questioned that goal, and I said I watched it over and over again. And the only problem with Trent is that he always tries to look against the line, and he has to see what's behind him. So, but other than that, he had an okay game, I felt. So I give him a 6 again. That's why the whole defense gets 6.
Guys, if anybody watched the highlights of that game, please put it in the chat.
Look,
I know
my
it's probably
problem
been overgenerous
here, my problem is the midfield, and I gave all of them 4s.
Okay.
You know,
Firmino
Firmino
got hauled off. He was probably one of your
Firmino
worst
shouldn't
players.
be in the team. Firmino shouldn't be in the team. He needs a wake-up call, or just get rid of him because his head is on a different cloud, probably a heavenly place. Salah came into the game more so in the second half. So, and then obviously he got his goal. So I gave him a 7. Diaz looked lost as the game went on. Had some chances and looked to threat, but you know, he could have pushed that a little bit more in the second half. So I gave him a 7. Henderson 5, Fabinho 4, Thiago 5. Rubbish. They were lackluster. They were troubled. They didn't know what to do. It was like the Fulham midfield were just running the show. subs. Let's come to the subs. Elliot, well done. Nunes,
Harvey.
well done. Milner, well done. The oldest player in the team, Milner, I gave all of them 8s. They changed the game for us.
When you think about the goals, when you think about both goals, nobody knew about the goals.
What do you mean nobody knew about the goals?
What I meant is that it didn't look pretty, put it that way.
What do you mean didn't look? Did you see Nunes' goal? Did you see the way?
Hold on a minute. Listen.
He actually missed it, didn't he?
He actually missed. Listen, he actually missed it. Hold on. It came off the defender and then it came off for Nunes and went in. As they say, it doesn't matter what part of your body it comes off. Yeah, it goes in. It's a goal.
Listen,
it wasn't nothing special.
The way
you guys are being harsh.
He intricately flicked it because he tried it the first time.
He flicked it.
Come on.
Yeah,
the second time he did that, did you see the way he flicked it behind?
Bro, he flicked it. Yeah, and it hit the defender. It came off the defender's boot, and then it came off of Diaz.
No. So I don't know what you're saying. That's a quality striker's finish, and he's going to be doing more of that to defenders all through the season. Trust me. Everybody. He's going to win everybody.
Okay.
And yet you're not watching. You're still not wearing a T-shirt in Noodles We Trust. Oh, now you're printing the shirt.
That one. I'm preparing
Print the T-shirt, my brother.
I'm preparing that T-shirt. Nunes, he's gonna give you some trouble.
Maybe,
you know that.
Maybe he'll be a super sub. I'm not sure starting.
Nah. He needs to start because he's building a relationship with Salah, and Salah also, Salah needs to. He needs to know that he can't just be him running the show.
Yeah, but quickly though.
Nunes gives defenders problems.
Yeah, but does he hold the ball up as well as Firmino? Because this what you're gonna need at some point. Somebody to hold that ball up, to bring Salah and whoever plays on the left into the game.
Firmino for me wasn't doing much. What was he doing? He didn't do anything.
Fair enough.
My question is, Ireland starts for City, and Nunes doesn't. They're both big.
Big buys. Yeah, huge buys. They're huge buys.
I don't get that. Yeah.
He plays all pre-season, doesn't start against Fulham. Sorry?
Look, he's gonna.
Who does he start against?
No, he will start. Trust me, he will start.
When?
I was just concerned that.
When will I see you again? Come on, let me know, please.
Listen, Nunes is one to watch, and he's gonna have a lot of goals this season. Trust me, he's gonna come in hot.
What's your overall mark for the team?
6.
Okay, so
Klopp gets a 7 because he made the changes early.
Right, Klopp should get a 5 for saying the grass was too dry.
Surely we can't be giving Klopp 7s for drawing.
Can't be giving him a 7, man. Put it in the chat, guys. What do you think Klopp should have got?
Like he recognised that we were being outplayed, and he brought.
Yeah, but he's the one that started the team.
And Milner.
You can't get praise for just fixing a mistake that was your mistake. Different if he comes to fix someone else's mistake, but he's fixed his own mistake.
I know that. I get that. This first game of the season, but the fact that the team were getting bullied, he had to make drastic changes.
Shig said that if you didn't know anything about football, you would think Liverpool just came up and Fulham were playing in the Champions League.
True. Good point there, Chill. Good point there, mate. Absolutely. They weren't good. My missus was spitting feathers. She was spitting feathers. Yeah. I don't know what game you was watching, Cole, but bro.
Cole, can I just say, look, if he makes them changes and you go to win that game from coming from behind, give him 7, 8, 9, 10. But you can't. I don't think he can get a 7 just for rectifying and bringing it to get a point. That's
but we could have lost that game like 4-0. To be honest,
I don't know. Fair enough. It's your opinion.
I think he gets credit for changing things. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Being a manager, you've got to see that something's not working and change it. That's what they say about the bad managers. They don't change it. They ain't got
no in-game management. You know what I mean? Well,
but I still wouldn't give him a 7.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, what's kind of more my point? I'm not saying you can't give him credit, but
what do you think? What do you think? Klopp's overall score?
About 6.
5.
I'll say a 6. Yeah.
I'll say
What,
5.
6?
You drew with Fulham, man.
You know what? Yeah.
It comes back to that, isn't it?
I'm gonna change that to a 5.
A
Average.
manager
Liverpool
has
were
to
bang
get
average.
results.
Liverpool were bang average in that game. They were
The-
bad.
The
Listen, they'll
thing
probably
is,
beat most teams, but they were bang average in that game.
100%.
Yeah, and his post game interview, you let himself down with that as well.
Our teams, when Liverpool play all our teams, they ain't gonna play like that.
Exactly.
They'll get murdered by everybody.
If they
You know what I
play
mean?
like that.
Is there a worry, Cole? Is there a worry though? I mean, look with your midfield breaking down.
I'm definitely worried about our midfields. I
Is
think
Varney that much of a loss, Kofi?
he is in terms of his work rate and performance.
Yeah, his work rate is immense.
Definitely. He definitely. I mean, and listen, Mane scoring on his debut for Bayern Munich, winning 6-1. Listen, mate, what a debut! What a debut!
What do you think of Diaz, Kofi?
Diaz needs probably a little bit of guidance. He's not. That's why I say Mane switched on. Mane knows how to get at defenders better than what Diaz does. I mean, Diaz, he is tricky as a player, but like you can subdue him. Mane's strong, and he can really he turn up. He'll turn up. But Diaz, I don't know. I mean, we'll see during the season.
We'll see. Early days. Let's quickly move on. Bournemouth 2, Aston Villa 0. Didn't expect that result at all. Bournemouth, newly promoted club, small ground. Stevie Gerrard in charge of the Villa. They spent quite a lot of money, and it looked like, not to say it was easy work pickings for Villa, but mate, you had Moore and who was the other guy that scored? Lerma, I think, scored the first goal. With no reply from Aston Villa. 2-0. Good start. Listen, we I think pretty much all of us here on this show and even on Sheik's show said that Bournemouth were one of the likely candidates to go down. But listen,
And Fulham, Kofi. Everyone said Fulham, Kofi.
Yeah, we all did, didn't we? Yeah, we all said Fulham. Yeah. But
should we put Liverpool in that mix?
Nomsky, this is what I would say about the Villa.
Season.
This is what I would say about the Villa, and I don't know if you guys know this. He decided to strip Tyrone Mings off the captaincy, and benched him. Right now, Tyrone was very popular in that changing room, and I don't know if this is a bit of a backlash from what he did. He's given the captaincy to John McGinn. Now, John McGinn is a madman, right?
Yeah,
you have to remember that John McGinn keeps Sauce out of Scotland team, so that's how I know that the man got a little. He now has a captaincy, but Tyrone was very popular, obviously, with those players of colour. So I think he has a bit of a disgruntled changing room at the moment for that decision. So there's clearly some fallout between him and Tyrone. I don't know what Tyrone's done, because he started pretty much.
He said that he inherited him as captain. He wanted to pick his own. But if he hasn't done anything wrong as captain, leave him as captain.
But then he also benched him, Chile.
Yeah,
he benched him as well. So it felt personal, you know what I mean? And then,
but this started from the back of last season.
Oh, okay.
This actually started from the back of last season, and it obviously isn't a big enough problem for him to get rid on, because he hasn't been linked to be sold or nothing, or at least not yet. But this problem was happening before summer. But it's big enough for him to lose his captaincy. I don't know what's going on there. But you're right.
What Stephen Gerrard is saying. Stephen Gerrard is saying that he needs to look him in the eye and convince him that he means business for Aston Villa. I mean, I do think that he's not.
How did it work out putting him on the bench? How did that work out for you?
You need your results at Villa, man. You do what you need to do.
That's right.
And pride goes before a fall, isn't it?
To be honest, Stevie Gerrard, I mean, even when he was managing Rangers, he didn't pull any punches. He just said it as it is. If he wasn't happy with you, you're going to get benched. And pretty much that's what he's done with. My man. So
I'm not worried about Villa though. I think Gerrard has a way of getting results. He's that kind of manager.
Yeah. No,
I mean, this is going to be a testing season for him, because he did come in January.
Yeah, but they spent quite a bit of money.
Oh, they spent
quite a bit of
peace,
money.
yeah. They
They
spent
spend money,
sure.
man. They spend money. So I would listen. Yeah, there's no worry about them. But to go to Bournemouth, I was expecting Villa to win that game. All right, yes, Bournemouth are just coming up, but I was expecting Villa with the quality of players that they've got. You've got Coutinho in that. I don't know if did he actually start in that game.
He was poor, Norman. He was poor.
I didn't watch the game.
He was very poor. I watched the highlights and the commentators all spoke about you need Coutinho to be doing Coutinho things for this Villa team to be successful.
Yeah,
so that tells me that he wasn't really balling like we know he can.
To be honest, lads, he's only spent, and I know we say only loosely, but in this market, he's only spent 50 million. And one was on the centre back, and the other one was just on
player, really, isn't it?
These days, one was 18 million on Coutinho, and the other one.
So in this window,
in this window, everyone else has been a free transfer, a loan, and a goalkeeper for 3 million. So it hasn't broken the bank even slightly.
I just had in my head that they spent quite a bit of money.
Do you know what it is? They started their business early, so they'll get these signings in, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, they brought a few
and
players
done
in.
Nothing more.
What about 7 players they brought in, right? At least 7, wasn't it?
No, they brought in 5.
5? Oh,
5.
okay.
And none of them are attacking players, apart from a Coutinho. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's move swiftly on to the Tottenham game. Tottenham v Southampton. All-Pras 1, Tottenham 0.
That didn't last long, did it?
That didn't last long.
Again, that's what's wrong with Arsenal fans, right there.
It's a little joke, bro. What, man? I don't want you to get too happy.
Get on with the show. Get on with the show.
Right, anyway, listen. Fulham coming out 4-1 winners.
Who's coming out 4-1 winners?
I said. What did I say? Sorry. See how this man is getting tetchy. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't want to spoil your party. Right. Tottenham 4, Southampton 1.
Excellent.
I thought it was a great start by Southampton, but then, listen, mate, they got put back in their place. An own goal by South Sue, and then I think it was Kuleveski and Benton Core, and who was the other one? Is it us?
Yeah, Sigurdsson. No, not Sigurdsson. Session. There you go.
Yeah, I think he got the equaliser. I think Session got the equaliser.
Yeah, he did.
And that. Your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts on Tottenham being top of the league?
Sharp. They look sharp, and Kane and Son didn't even score. So
a mad one, isn't it?
So these guys, we gotta be aware of them, and they're going to get very difficult games. It's going to be pivotal to see how Tottenham fare against all the top teams, because they're going to have some. They're going to give every team problems. They're going to give every team problems, and it's going to be pivotal to see where they do come into the title race.
I think they will decide where the title goes. I think Tottenham will decide where the title goes. They will push, you know what? I think they will push. I think they will closely push Liverpool. Listen. What? Listen, mate. I'm looking at them, and I'm thinking, boy. And I don't normally say this, you know what I mean?
Yeah? They will decide where the title goes.
Just a minute. I'm just gonna go get a bag and suffocate myself now. No. Listen, look, bro. Listen. Son and Kane were even on the score sheet, and they're banging 4 goals. Albeit one was an own goal. Yeah, they're looking good. And the thing about Conte is that you look at Sessignon. He's not the best player in the world, but look what he's getting out of him. Look at Kuleveski, what he's getting out of him. Benton. They paid. What did they pay for Benton? Or was it Benton? What did they pay? 20, 30 something mil, 25, 30 mil.
But you saw with Kuleveski, Norm. This guy is a problem. Right, this guy is a problem. He needs
to get into quick.
I watched him, right, and I just thought, mate, how did this guy sneak under the radar like that? The ones. So fair play to you, Chile. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing is,
I said that though.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
I said that I don't care that we missed out on Diaz because we got Kulu. I said I
Yeah.
think Kulu's
And
better.
actually, people are saying that Kulu is the better buy than Diaz.
There you
See.
go. I said that all along.
I don't know
Yeah.
what Kofi feels about that, but people are saying, and I'm saying now that guy's got more end product than Diaz. Yeah, because the thing about Diaz, yeah, every minute he might do a no look. What am I doing no look for, man? Just play the ball, man. Stop doing no looks, man. Yeah, leave that for at home. Yeah, bro.
You know what? I give Conversi credit because obviously, you know, he's not as flamboyant as Diaz, and he's scoring. He's doing everything. End product is good, and
he's only what 22, 23?
Just turned 22.
It's crazy.
The man is playing like he's a 50-year-old.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You know, in terms of mentality
seasoned
and maturity,
player, yeah,
the guy is mature for his age, man.
And he's strong as the ox as well, man. That's what we
He's
need.
like 6'1" or something. He's good for a winner.
Yeah, Richarlison didn't even play that game because he was suspended for that game, so he wasn't even on the bench. So the team is looking a little bit. I don't want to say it, but
So right, Chile on Sunday we'll see, man.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to
Sunday night football.
Sauce, right?
Everyone locked in.
I said that I'll be happy with a draw, man. Chelsea always beat us. They always beat us.
It only goes one way. It's either.
Listen, Chelsea.
Go on.
Did you see Chelsea against Everton? I mean, come on.
Wait, we're gonna
Yeah,
move on to that.
I know.
Yeah. So I really do think that there could be a great upset here. Yeah, I think Tottenham could go to the bridge and do something, but we'll come on to that. But Chile, please give me your player ratings. I've got them up in front of me, the guys. So if I start off with Lloris in goal,
It's easy. Everybody gets an 8 apart from Sessegnon, Romero, Emerson, and Kulu. They get a 9. That's it.
Right. And what's your overall score for that's going to be probably about an 8, isn't it? Overall average score for the team.
Yeah, I'd say an 8, 8.5.
Yeah. What about Conte?
Conte gets a 10 because he put out that team there that just smashed up Southampton. That's the same team we played our last game of the season.
Wow.
Of last season.
Look at that, man. Look at that. Okay, put it in the chat, guys, what you think. You agree with Chile and his ratings for his team, giving Conte a 10, a perfect 10. Perfect 10 for the haircut, the wig,
But
and everything else.
you got to give Ward-Prowse. Did you see his goal?
I didn't see it, but I heard it was good. I heard it was good.
The floor, man.
Yeah,
I wanted to snap him up.
Yeah.
No, this what's going to happen, right? If he will stay at Southampton and just be a legend.
Might as
You know
well,
what I mean?
actually.
Yeah, like because it's almost like he's like the reincarnation of Matt Letizia. This brother's a bad man, and no one's still picking him up. So maybe in his mind, he's like, I don't want to go nowhere. I am the big fish in this pond. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And we're not getting relegated. So, you know what I mean? And I'm the captain. You know the one.
Yeah,
So
but then if Chelsea or City or Liverpool come in for him, he's going to win things, isn't he? So
yeah, true. But then you say, why haven't they come in for him? Because
I don't know why.
He's been doing that for a minute now.
Yeah.
He's been banging in free kicks and all that for a while, and you'll say to yourself, why is that
He's
one going
probably
after
the
this?
best in the country at free kicks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think if he's not, I don't know if he's surpassed or he's nearing Beckham's record for.
All right, it wouldn't surprise me if he's.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
by
but
that.
imagine the price tag they're going to put on him.
I know it's.
Yeah.
It's British tax.
Yeah.
British tax. But I'll tell you what. Now, I last week I said it was between Southampton and Everton. I think I said about going down. Boy, I might have to change that still. Yeah, because I think I said Everton, but boy,
Southampton crumbles, man. Southampton.
Yeah.
Kulu, he is the third best right winger in the league.
That's what people are saying. That's what people are saying. That's what they're saying, bro. That's what they're saying. Fair enough. Listen, let's quickly move on. Newcastle 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Jesse Lingard. The only thing
Dean Henderson.
You have in common with 2 is 200 grand.
Dean Henderson, no.
Sorry, what was this?
Yes.
Dean Henderson run his gums, and this guy was flapping like Flipper.
Oh,
It was mad embarrassing. You know, I couldn't believe it. I said, bro, you just run your gums talking about if Ten Hag saw you train, he would have kept you. That's a good you are, and you've gone to Forest and man, it was mad. I said, brother,
you know the problem with Forest, yeah. I think we said it last week. I think they bought too many players, and it's trying to get them to all gel.
Exactly what I said. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they're finding that difficult. And as I say, Newcastle, they are building. They're building. Even the manager even extending his contract. They're giving him, I think, a 2-year extension. Because remember, we was talking a couple of months back or weeks back. We were saying that is there a chance that maybe Newcastle will probably upgrade on the manager?
Yeah, he got a new contract, though, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying.
He got extension. Yeah, he got extension.
Yeah.
And why not? The guy done well with them, man. With what he had then.
Yeah, I mean Newcastle. That's going to be a difficult place to go to for lots of teams now, because they are building.
They're making a fortress, man.
Yeah.
Can I note that Nick Pope made no saves? Literally, saves.
No saves.
Oh, what? You mean they didn't get any shots off the other
Basically.
Right.
Yeah, basically.
And
90 minutes.
And Bruno Gomes is a bad man.
He can play.
Another one that you're saying.
Another one that we lost out on as well. We lost out on this.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you meant
We
to get
got
an
mugged
Arsenal,
off.
man.
Yeah, he went to Arsenal.
Yeah,
Right.
We got mugged off. I remember when he went to them in January.
Does anyone remember how much they paid for him?
I think it was it 40 mil, 45?
Nope.
How much was it?
27 million.
No way.
Wow.
With add-ons, but the add-ons only matter if he performs, right?
Yeah, the Adams
Like
only
you
comes
said,
to effect if
27 M's. And the Adams probably won't be more than 10 mil
Nah.
in Adams. 15 max. 15 max if he wins the Champions League or wins the league, something like that.
or the Ballon d'Or or something.
Ballon d'Or, yeah, Ballon d'Or, yeah.
Yeah. Quick question here. Let's just go to the chat. This is one from Asha. Is Man United panic buying? That's the first question. Just quickly to you guys.
I didn't know
Is
they
Man
were
United-
buying. Who are they buying?
I have no idea. D, can you
I'm
please
serious.
enlighten us?
Sorry?
'Cause I see De Jong's going Chelsea now.
Can you enlighten us? Who are you buying?
Well, at the moment, he's chatting about another winger from now. I don't know if it's paper talk. This is what's this dude's name? Gakpo from from PSV.
Yeah, I did see that.
35 mil.
He's a good player.
So you know what? This tells you already the man ain't rating Rashford. Rashford's done out here, you know, Bridget.
Did you see?
There's no way you're going for this guy.
If, game in a minute.
And then they're talking about the Rabiot. I'm just not
Rabiot,
sure.
that's-
Yeah,
You know
I'm
when it's
not.
gone
I'm not.
bad? You know when it's gone bad, yeah?
But he's better than.
We're seeing reports that Rabiot was waiting to see what happens between Monaco and PSV.
Yeah, to see if they got
Right, yeah. Who got in chat? Yeah.
That's how you know it's gone bad. When Man United used to come knocking, there ain't no question.
No question.
Just tell me where I'm signing.
Yeah,
Not only
right.
that, yeah, man is looking because basically what he's saying, because he's leaving Juventus, yeah, to come to Man U, he's obviously he's dropping out of the European elite in terms of the Champions League.
Yeah.
He wants an extra 50 G's, yeah. So he's getting
Yeah, because his mum is his agent
mum,
now,
Yeah.
and apparently she's worse than the brother just passed away recently. Apparently she's worse than him.
Yeah.
And so straight away, and that's my thing, Ez, is that straight away he comes in and messes with that changing room. He does. Now you have to remember, exactly. So, and I look at it and say he's definitely better than what we got.
Yeah.
But what comes with him is a circus as big as Pogba's.
And that's a good point, D. You said that.
And I like Pogba, you know. I did like Pogba, but the circus that came with him, especially when he was only performing when he felt like it, hence why he had to go. But then, this is me now. You had Pogba, you had Matic, and you decided not to offer them bump ups. And now we're going to overpay for everyone we bring in now because people know that we're desperate now because the squad is not big enough or good enough.
Well, at least the good news is that you pulled out the Nautovic deal, so that's one.
That was a Mazzolinas, you know. Now people are saying that that he holds the ball up well and this, but
How old was
He's 33, guys.
33.
Oh, no.
And then this is my thing as well. So the youngsters that he brought on top, he clearly doesn't rate them as much as I thought he did. Because sometimes you just gotta like throw some of the youngsters in because it's the rebuild at the end. Let's not. I'm not trying to point my own self. I know this is a rebuild, and so like I said when we was in the back room, that I expect it to get worse before it gets better, and that's the only way you can do a rebuild. 16 out so far, only 3 in. So and one was a free. So these men ain't even freeing up the peas, but they're taking the peas though. Because remember, Tampa Bay offering mad contracts in the NFL. That's their NFL team in America.
I
So
heard that they've taken 100 million out of Man United.
It's rude. It's actually crazy.
1.5 billion, my brother. 1.5 billion they've taken out the club. So man. You look at 35 million. I think Rabia was 45 or thereabouts.
The stadium's falling apart.
Yeah, it rains at Old Trafford. Yeah, and I don't know whether they even addressed the leaky room. The toilets are mank, everything. It's like, yo, this is Old Trafford, bro. You don't expect to go to a stadium. We've got no big screens. Look how long the big screens have been introduced in the Premier League.
Really?
Question is, there was talk that have Man United really got the money to be going out and purchasing players? Because
if they stop taking money out, 1.5 bill.
But that's what I'm saying. But they're going for these cheapskate players. Like, I don't get it.
No, did you see the picture I sent about the commercial sponsors? Was it on? Did I put it onto the?
No, I didn't see.
Oh, okay. I'll clip it onto our group chat.
Yeah.
And when you see the commercial sponsors, you'll be like, yow. We have the world of commercial sponsors. This is what they're good at. We've become a commercial team. It's almost like football is secondary because these mans are just giving us this sponsors for that. Everybody wants to be on the shirt. Everybody wants to be sponsoring the team for this, sponsoring the team for that. But it's all to profit. They're saying in America,
go to the right places.
And I want to talk about that performance. So he lost Martial. Now this was my fear, right? Martial had probably him and what's his name? Him and Sancho probably had the best in pre-season. The way they just linked up, right? Now they both seem to be a bit injury prone anyway. Now, we all know the Ronaldo drama. I mean, that's still on. So there's no way you can start Ronaldo after 45 minutes of pre-season training because he'll pull hamstring and Portugal will be gone for a month and a half because he don't want to be there anyway. So he didn't start him. He played Eriksen in the false 9, but Bruno kept coming over there. Yes. So I actually get that because Eriksen can hold the ball up. So his thoughts were play Eriksen in the false 9, let him thread to Rashford, thread to Bruno. Right. So, and then people talking about the McFred. It wasn't a McFred. He played Fred as a lone 6, and McTominay was bombing forward. Right now, Fred is box to box. He's not a lone 6. So I'm looking at it and saying, bro, what are you thinking here? Why are you letting McTominay go and leaving Fred to do what Fred doesn't do that well? So it's like, I don't know, man. I look at it and it's almost like to get the 3 signings in, which is rubbish because, like, I don't even think that Malacia was really on the radar. It was just someone that he's familiar with, and he said, "Well, bring him in because I don't trust Luke Shaw." But if you look at if you look at Martinez, I said to myself, I actually feel sorry for him trying to clean up all their garbage at the back because I'm sure he was holding Harry with the armband on, and I'm still questioning why he left the armband on. People are saying if you stripped him, then you destroy his confidence completely. But mentally, is weak, and so you got a mentally weak captain.
Yeah.
Like if we always talk about spines of the team, right? So you get Martinez in, you can't play Martinez with Harry. Harry's mentally fragile and he's sluggish, so it has to be whatever. You still got Eric Bailly there, and Varane was there. Why isn't Varane not starting?
Well, that's true.
Well, that's the question.
I actually forgot about Varane.
Right.
I heard,
so,
I heard that he had a bad pre-season, so that's probably why he didn't start.
yeah, but Eric Ballet had a good preseason, Norm. So start him. You know, and then no. So for me, if I do the ratings quickly, because it ain't even about that. Like David De Gea 4, right? He's not the goalkeeper to play in a Ten Hag system, right? Every time the ball went backwards, I was cringing. I was like, brother, and I don't know how many times he kicked the ball out for a throw-in. You're forgetting that a throw-in in your half nowadays is like a corner kick or a free kick. These mans can launch that ball into the box. So why is the goalkeeper just kicking it out in a panic? Because he's not good with his feet. That means he's not good enough for us. And so the pressure that Brighton put on us, and big up to like Graham Potter, you know, because Graham Potter came to the Theatre of Dreams and did what no other Brighton manager has ever done and win. They've never won.
Not only you've got a record that's not really a nice record, and that's losing in 49 years, losing at the end of the game, end of season, last season, and
then losing to start.
Yeah.
Right. And you have to remember that, right? This is what I said to people. For the first 20 minutes or so, right, you're seeing them trying to implement the triangles and all the stuff that they did in pre-season, and then they just flipped back to type.
Yeah. Somebody was saying, Dees, just quickly, somebody was saying that the way Brighton set up in terms of their tactics, the Man United players probably didn't have the IQ to adapt. Yeah?
Right.
They couldn't adapt. And I've been hearing that a lot as well. That the players have not got the IQ. And I think Ten Hag, in terms of, I think that's why he's searching, scouring the world, the planet,
bro,
to get the players in that can do the job for him. Because right now, as I said in my thing, Ten Hag, what a rude awakening. Because never did I, expect.
But you know what, no? He needed to see this, you know. He needed to see how quickly these guys go back to type.
Yep.
Right. When it's not going their way, rather than sticking to the plan.
Yep.
And so you look at that. Danny Welbeck couldn't even believe what was going on. My man was having a game of his life, you know.
Part 2.
Yeah, he was. But between Maguire and the lot, he took out all their wallets and keys when he got back to his yard and said, "Babes, I got a Bentley, I got a Rolls Royce here, man," and he's got about 200 boys in his wallet. You know what I'm saying?
For the first goal, what's the name? Kept him on side.
Onside.
Maguire's leg. If you watch Maguire try to step out.
Yeah, but he's stepping out on his heels, Norman. What did I say to you guys?
I know. When they did
rather than the man steps out on his toes, he steps out on his leaning back on his heels, and it's like, brother, man, and it's a mad one because right now I'm giving Ericsson the captaincy right now. Wow. That's me. I'm as ruthless as that because he's the only. Him and Martinez were the only two that look like they came to play football, and they're looking around and looking mad confused, saying, "Come on, guys."
Who is your captain? Not Maguire still.
It is.
Yeah, it's still Maguire. That's what I'm saying, Chilly.
But D, you know what? Yeah, I feel like you need Martinez in the heart of your midfield. Let someone else do that at the back, man. If Martinez plays midfield for you,
I actually said that. You know, people laughed at me.
No.
Play him as the holding midfielder, and you start Varane or you start Eric Ballet.
Yes, and he has the option to protect them if he needs to.
Exactly, bro. But you know what? Just remember, we're just fans with opinions. So you know what I mean. If it's 5 or on Talk Sport, maybe they might listen to us. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know the ones. Because that's how I see it. It's just like Brighton came to play. We got stage fright, and I said this before. There's a mental problem when we come to Old Trafford in front of that huge crowd. Yep. It's almost like as soon as someone makes a mistake, they don't want the football anymore. They go hide. Tony went hiding for the majority of the game. Yet he pulled Fred.
And so not only that,
they weren't playing.
I think he should have got sent off as well with that tackle.
Very lucky to stay on the pitch, Norm.
Very lucky to stay.
And the reason why he stayed on the pitch because the referee wanted to get out of there in one piece. If that was at Brighton, McTominay's gone in that tackle. He's gone. But at Old Trafford, that referee he kind of bottled it. Let's not pretend he bottled it.
Yeah, but why didn't they bring VAR into that? Because
referee exactly.
Yeah,
that's
but-
really my
okay,
point.
This is a general talking.
Not
point
only that,
before.
sorry, just to cut in here as well. It should have been a penalty as well. When
that will go either way. No, in any big game that goes either way.
Martinez.
No. It's a shoulder barge. They come shoulder to shoulder. No,
man.
They come shoulder to shoulder. They do.
What? So the shoulders in your back?
Okay. No. He hits him right here on his back shoulder blade.
I don't know, man.
And you have to remember, it's 5 for nothing. You guys all said it. It's 5 for nothing. So a big man like that shouldn't go down that easy. Let's not get it twisted now. Come on, man. He's looking for the penalty. That's why the referee went, nah. Get up. He should have booked him for that. It should have been a yellow card for the dive. You know what I mean? But I'm going to admit, McTominay should have been out of there. That was disgraceful.
Yeah.
But he knows that man knows that he's going to need a police escort at Old Trafford if he shows a red card when we're already playing that poorly.
Where's Bruno?
Bruno, what I give Bruno? Hold on, man. What I give Bruno? Yes, a strong 4. A strong 4 for Bruno. Yeah. Right? Yeah, remember, this guy just about his wages, right? You've come to Old Trafford, allegedly settled the ship, and won nothing, and they double his wages. In what world does that work? In what business world does that work? What business model is that? That I get double my money, and I keep crashing my company car. You know the ones?
Sorry, again, do you think they should have started Ronaldo?
No. He pulls a hamstring, no. If you start him. You got to ease him in. He's 37 years old. But you got to look at it. No, you got to look at it that there has to be a striker in the under-23s that could have done 45 minutes before you put Ronaldo on. Right. And clearly there's not. Yeah. So that's a problem in itself that we're not even developing properly. That he couldn't turn to one of them guys that came on tour, and not only that, came on tour and bedded well with the team. Where was he? Not even on the bench. So it's mad, Norm.
And you know,
can I do the rating quickly, Norm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got 4 for the goalie. Delop 4. Maguire 4. Martinez, I'm giving him a 7 because he put himself about and wanted to win that. Luke Shaw 4. McTominay 4. I'm giving Fred a 5 because Fred is playing in the wrong position as a lone 6, and so he's going to be limited. So I'm giving him a 6. Bruno 4, Eriksen a 7, bordering 8 because in the end, don't know when Ronaldo came on, Eriksen dropped into getting the ball and started to create. We started to create more, so we know he can play there. I'm not saying he's Frankie, but he can do a job there, which is mad. I'm saying he can do a job. Rashford 4, Sancho 5. I'm giving the bench 4s and 5s because these guys came on in the 89th minute. Are you kidding me? We need a goal. We need some fresh legs. This is what I talked to you about when I watched the podcast with the guys from Hong Kong. They said he's going to frustrate you guys with how late he makes these subs. He's stubborn to a fault. He wants the team that he picks to win the game. That's football. We've got 5. He put Ronaldo on in the 50th minute. So literally 5 minutes after kickoff, Ronaldo came on. So Ronaldo got a whole 45. There was 5 minutes added on. Ronaldo got a whole 45. These guys got 4 to 5 minutes. You're not going to change the game in 4 to 5 minutes. You make 4 more subs in 4 to 5 minutes. So I can't. They're just straight 5s just for getting on the pitch. I'm giving Ten Hag 6.5. And I'm giving the team a 4.5.
Wow. Put it in the chat, guys. Do you agree with
You're at home, Norm. You're at home, Norm. We're at home. You've got to perform. Even if you're a bit nervous or anxious because you're at home and you're intimidated by the fans, you signed up for that club. You signed to wear the badge. You've got to perform. You've got to be all hovering around the 6.57s. That's not the case. Most of them were 4s and 5s.
The other thing as well, Brighton sold 2 of their best players, Cucurella
exactly,
and Bissouma, which is what Diego's saying here, which is, well.
Remember when we lost 4-0 to them? Basuma bust apart like a bad boy. And I said, go get this dude. And then Chile just came in and teeth him. It was coming to us, Chile. And honestly,
Chile
bro.
just sitting back, smoking his Cuban cigar, man, and loving life.
Yeah. And then, just quickly on the strategy, we have
Brighton pulled down Chelsea's pants and Arsenal's pants over 2 transfer.
Yep.
We got a bargain.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And there's something that I'm hearing that I want to say as well. There's rumours that Ten Hag has too much power when it comes to the transfers. That he's not listening. He's been very silent with that as well. Hence why we've gone 2 months trying to sign Frankie. Why would we do that? Yeah. 2 months? No, that's too long.
And now he's going to Chelsea.
Right. So if it's not done in 6 weeks, you walk away, right?
Yep.
6 weeks max.
Move to your next target.
Yeah. So I don't believe that these guys were on the list. They said they were on the list. Now people are saying that Wreck-It Ralph was right. He said this is major heart surgery. You need 8 to 9 players to turn this around. Everyone laughed at him. Here we are. Because I'm only giving 2 players out of 11 any respect in that team. 2 out of 11.
Wow.
So 9 players were trash for me.
The other thing as well was that Maguire came out and said it was a nightmare. And I don't know if he was referring to the fact that he got it wrong with the people standing on the wrong side of the tunnel. So listen, this guy is getting some serious mockery right now because big man, how you can't realise, for all the years I've watched Man United, they've lined up, when you're looking at the top, they've lined up on the right-hand side.
No. You know what happened, right? He's changed over the dugouts as well, Ten Hag has. So now, we now sit in the opposition, what was the opposition dugout.
Right.
Because he's saying that...
What was he saying?
This is what he's saying, that if he's coming with a clean slate, then everything has to... I think... So he switched them. He switched dugouts. So you'll find that when you guys come... Because when I used to go to Old Trafford, I used to always get a seat with my brother, not far in front of the bench, but now he's saying we've gone the other way now, the other side. Yeah. So I don't even know what
bad smell like. What's that Edam cheese? That
but you know what? If he wants a fresh start, then I actually get that. You know what I mean? I actually get that. He's saying if we all go the same as Fergie, and it hasn't worked since Fergie, then what? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like for me, this is why I said to you, if we finish 6th or 7th, that would be a good season on what we saw at the weekend. Because if we don't get anyone else in, and then we go World Cup, we are, yeah, man, we're in trouble. That's all I can say, because clearly he don't fancy the bench. Hence why 89th minute you bring in 4 man on. That's ridiculous. Well, 89th minute, what are you going to do in the 89th minute, no? Yeah. And you're 2-1 down, you need a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah,
it
man.
It definitely was a rude awakening for...
he needed it, though. He needed it.
Let's see what happens going forward. Now, just quickly, let's move on. Leeds 2, Wolves 1. I think... Who was it? Was it you, Chile, that was saying that you think Leeds will go down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good result against Wolves. You know, I'm sure. I think Wolves went ahead first as well, if my memory serves me right. But Leeds come back, equalise, and get a goal pretty much in near stoppage time or towards the end of the game, and they win that game 2-1. I heard there was a bit of a bust up between the managers as well. I don't know what it was all about. But, you know, Leeds getting that 2-1 win. I think Wolves, they're a Negro, Wolves are, you know what I mean? Because I think they're linked with another Portuguese player as well. Yeah. But they're one of these strange teams, you know what I mean? The manager's good. He's a good manager. But I don't know. I don't know.
You hear what? This is what he said. He said that the Leeds manager to them on the pitch, right? But waited to after the game to apologise, and he said, "Nah, that's just weak. You apologise when you know you've done the disrespect." Okay. So he said, if that's his character, then that's his character. But if I know I was in the wrong, I would have gone through him in the game, apologised in the game rather than afterwards. So yeah, that was his beef with him, saying that he wasn't really the bigger man. He was just doing it because he felt like he was going to play him lip service after the score. So. Yeah, one of them, innit?
Okay, well, I know we kind of jumped the gun. We went a day before We come back to the Everton game. Everton 0, Chelsea 1. A penalty by Jorginho. Not hop, skip and jump. He did do a hop, skip and jump. Nice
Thank
place,
God.
nicely down
I
in
couldn't take that hop,
the
skip,
left-hand
and
corner. Guys, what are your thoughts on that game? A lot of people have said that Tuchel's team right now look boring. But look, who cares? 1-0 to the Arsenal, they would say. 1-0 to the Chelsea. What are your thoughts, guys, on that game? Chelsea winning it. I mean, it's a game. It's a ground that notoriously Chelsea haven't done well at. And I think the last 6-7 years they haven't won there. So to get a 1-0 win, I think Everton huffed and puffed. You're thinking with a crowd there, the Goodison crowd there. First game of the season, but they haven't got a striker. Calvert-Lewin is out. Decore giving away the penalty. Nice ball though from your new signing for what's the name? Chilwell. Yeah, getting fouled. That was definitely a penalty. And they win it 1-0. So what are your thoughts on that game quickly?
I'll go first. I've got to run after this. Right. They scrape through. So scrape.
Ice scraper. It was an ice scraper, yeah?
they were lucky. Nah. Yeah, they did just scrape through, and they didn't play brilliantly. But I knew that Chelsea were going to win. I didn't think that at any point that Everton were going to beat them. But I can see why if Ez ain't over the moon with the performance. You know what I mean?
The performance was just not there.
Like I said to Liverpool fans, to all football fans, it's one game. It's the first game of the season. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Win, lose or draw. It's what do for the next 37 matches.
Yeah. Fair enough, Chill.
Listen, I've got to run. I've got stuff to do.
All right, listen, Chill. Can I ask you, because obviously we are going to be doing player predictions and stuff like a player predicted games. So what I'll do is I'll get you to pick a game. I'll pick a game for you and you put it in the chat.
What games are there?
Okay, so just quickly, let's just go to the games coming at the weekend. So let's see.
I'll say Brighton, Newcastle, and I'll say Newcastle 2-1.
Okay. You're going. Okay.
Yeah.
You're picking Brighton, Newcastle.
Yeah, you said pick a random game in it.
Okay then. So this weekend, yeah.
Yeah. Or
So Brighton, you're going Brighton, Newcastle, and you'll say what's the score?
Newcastle 2-1.
Okay. Right. Okay. I'm just going to pick a game. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with the Chelsea-Tottenham game. Yes?
Chelsea 2-1.
Chelsea 2-1. Okay. Kofi, go with the Arsenal-Leicester game. Arsenal at home.
I think Arsenal 3-2.
Okay, 3-2. Arsenal.
What did Leicester do this weekend, D?
They drew 2-2. They came. They dropped points. Yeah. Okay, D. Let's go with Aston Villa, Everton.
2-1 Villa. He needs a win. 2-1 Villa.
Right, and I'm gonna go with I'm gonna pick this one. Brentford, Manchester United. I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw.
Ivan Tony Brace.
Okay, so guys, basically going forward, we're gonna be doing we've kind of brought this one early.
Listen, I've got to run. I'll catch you guys.
Take it easy, yeah.
Yeah, guys, take a drink.
Ez, you might want to bring your glasses next week, mate.
Chili, them glasses ain't coming back for the rest of the season, man. Trust me.
Right.
Have a good one, yeah.
Okay, quickly
That's
moving on.
Bless up.
Quickly moving on.
Bless up.
So what's going to happen, guys? What's going to happen? Because we're doing the Premier League or what's going on prediction table. At the end of the season, this is match game 2. We didn't predict the scores for last week because we didn't start it basically. But what I want to know in the chat from you guys in the chat, what should be the forfeit for the person that comes last at the end of the season? What do you think they should do as a forfeit? And what should the winner get for predicting the right score? So we're going to be doing this for every match day game. We'll be picking a random team. We won't necessarily be our own team. We'll be just random teams. You giving us a score each week. And then I'll be hopefully displaying the full league table or the full table to see how we're doing. And just to get the old energies going and the juices going to see how we fare throughout the season. So let us know what you think. I can see some predictions in there. Brentford 2, Man United 1 from Chile. It's not Chile. From Craig. Everton, Villa 1, Everton 1. That's Diego saying thanks to Chile. Leicester, Craig is saying Arsenal 3, Leicester 1. And that's it at the moment. But yeah, put it in the chat. What do you think should be the forfeit for the person coming last at the end of the 38-game season, and for the one that wins it? Please let us know in the chat. Kofi was suggesting that we wear our opposition's top. So if, for instance, I come last, I may have to wear a Tottenham shirt, and I think Chile should have to wear an Arsenal shirt. Let us know what you think. Man United should wear a Liverpool shirt. Like that. But put it in there. See what it. Hold up. Diego's saying they will need to hold up rival staff only, not wearing it, just holding up for rival staff.
Diego is respectful.
Like, just a minute. Yeah, go on. So just chat amongst.
Alright. So in other business, really quickly. D, did you know? I've just seen a report that's just come out that Man United held talks with Timo Werner before he decided to go back to Germany.
For real.
Listen, bro. Eric called his phone, and the man said, "Nah, I'm already going to Germany." But apparently, he tried to convince him to come to United.
Come back. Nah.
That's
crazy.
Because
I've watched him with you guys, and you guys wanted Rid. So what's the point?
Oh,
you have to remember, we're trying to rebuild, and there's no point in buying desperately to rebuild, because then you're going to end up with the likes of your Cavani's and these mans that are not going to help you rebuild. They're coming for the big paychecks.
Do you imagine Rashford in the state that he's in and Werner together?
Right? Nah, bro. Nah. That's a mad one. But you see how we're moving mad though.
They're very mad. The Arnautovic thing is crazy. That's
what I'm saying. And I thought it was actually more than I thought. They were trying to go get him, and then you imagine they said that his team. His team said, "Nah, we actually need to keep him." You know what I mean? So that's really him turning us down indirectly. Yeah. So you know what I mean? We can't pretend here, and I think I said in the very beginning when I first came on that if Ten Hag comes, he's going to need four to 5 windows, because the way we do business is so slow. And then once he's done them windows, Kofi, we're still playing catch up with you, man. You know, because
to be honest, I don't think it's. I think it's more that the attraction of going to United has become, people are thinking twice because their careers. They're thinking, is my career going to progress at a fast rate than where I am? So people, it's going to take a long time.
And it's twofold, because if we ride our luck and win Europa League and you're back in Champions League, then this is why Ronaldo was chatting about, if you do my contract extension for the 3rd year, and then I could disappear for this year, go out on loan and play Champions League somewhere. Then if you guys get lucky and win Europa League, then I'll come back and play Champions League with you, and then I'll retire. Nah, brother. If you go, you stay gone. That's my thing. If you go, you stay gone, my brother, because you can't do that.
So D, what do you think Fergie's saying behind the scenes? What do you think?
This is my thing. I actually wish he wouldn't. He's been half the problem. This is why Ronaldo came back. Jay, wear this shirt, take a photo, post it on social media.
Oh, social media. Oh.
No, but Jay, this is what you have to remember, right? These shirts are £100 a pop, you know. There's no way I'm buying a £100 Liverpool shirt to wear it once. Nah, brother. I ain't doing that, Jay. I love you, darling, but I ain't doing that.
What I'll say to you, just make sure you get your predictions right, bro. Yeah.
I ain't spending £100 on a Liverpool shirt. To be fair, I bought a Liverpool shirt for my nephew, Kofi. He'd be proud of me. And he was so chuffed because he even knows the Mo Salah song, and he's only 3, you know, and he sings the Mo Salah song. He's hilarious. So I got the Liverpool top for his birthday. So he was well chuffed.
He's going to convince you to come to the upside.
Jump shit, nah, brother. It's too long now. You're too long. What, like, I'm 53 next month, you know, and I started supporting United when I was 7. So there's no turning back for me, really. You know what I mean? I'm doomed. I'm stuck with them.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Look out for obviously be looking out for your scores. Obviously, we chatting away on our group chat. So
yeah.
I'm just hoping that my 2-2 draw prediction will be the right one for Man U. Let me just write that down as well. Brentford v Man U. Yeah. So I don't forget. So I will be posting up the every week. We're posting up the actual table so you can see where we are in our standings. Hopefully, I'll be top of the table. We'll see what happens. A Big D would be worth the expense. Yeah, that's what Jay's saying. Just quickly, Leicester 2, Brentford 2. Brentford coming from behind. I think Ivan Toney. I don't know. Did he get a brace in that game? Or no.
No, one. He scored one. He scored one.
Yeah, he scored, and the other guy. I think getting it pretty much the again dying minutes. I think. Let's have a look there. Yeah, 86 minute. Burma, I think it was. Let me just look at the actual thing. I think it was that one. Live ticker. Oh no, Josh De Silva in the 86th minute for Brentford.
Right.
So with 4 minutes to go, equalising, making it 2-2. So they come from behind to drop points. So hopefully Arsenal will do well at home against Leicester. Listen, they're losing a lot of their players. They haven't bought anybody. I think they're the only team in the Premier League that haven't bought anybody at the moment.
No, I think they bought someone, you know, no?
Oh, they bought someone now, have they?
I think where did I see that? Maybe on Twitter. I thought I saw that on Twitter. Now go on there, go on.
Yeah, I mean...
Because it made me kind of go, what? Like, I was shocked that they spent...
I think Brendan was saying that basically at the moment, when he was talking to the press, that they would have to sell before they could buy. So I don't know what's going on with them financially. Obviously, Fofana's linked with Chelsea. We're linked with Tielemans. Maddison's linked with Newcastle and Tottenham. So it's going to be a strange year for Leicester. You know what I mean? It's probably the way the players are thinking, how they're feeling about the season going ahead. You know what I mean? And the fact that I think when Brentford equalised, Fofana just went straight down the tunnel. So yeah, you know what I mean? Not a happy bunny right now. Let's quickly move on to the last game, which was Sunday afternoon. West Ham 0, Man City 2, the Haaland show. Mate.
He's frightening, isn't he?
He's frightening.
He's a beast. He's a beast.
He's frightening, guy. I mean,
he didn't even look like he was out of first gear.
Exactly.
That's the thing. That's the worry.
And you know what? If you look at that game, right, he actually could have banged about 5. You know.
Yeah.
I was thinking, he's getting way too many chances here. What is this? And you have to remember, he's a bit rusty. He's not quite match fit.
The guy is what?
And that was the kind of 22, yeah. I mean, gosh, no.
And the ball from De Bruyne, and then the way he opened up his body. So
you see that, no?
Gosh, man.
It's like time stopped. It's like time stopped.
You have so much time.
All the time in the world to pick his spot.
Literally.
But if you're watching Run the Channels as well, no, like they were doing the heat map thing. and the way he just runs the channels in between the
And
defenders.
I wouldn't say he's deceptively quick. He's very quick.
Do you imagine what he does
for the penalty?
You imagine what he does to Luke Shaw and Maguire, bro? Jeez.
The noisy neighbours, eh? The noisy neighbours.
No, boy, these lot are no longer noisy. These guys have moved in and taken over your house and eating out your fridge and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we've got Liverpool coming. If we defend, Kofi, congratulations, my friend. Great win. I'll tell you that now.
I just said, come to the other side.
Nah, I can't do it. Like I'm telling you, from 7 years old till now, I can't. I gotta just stick with it and because you have to remember, I suffered like this through man's like Ron Atkinson and all them team there. You know what I mean? I suffered, so there's no point me jumping ship now. I've been Fergie. You have to remember, the Fergie thing will never happen again. A manager that came and dominated like that. I think that's like a one-off. You know, because I look at Klopp and Pep, and I don't think they're going to stay around for 25 years. I'll be very shocked.
Bro,
so,
I went through 30 years suffering.
Exactly, Brendan. So
the maulings I was getting at church, the maulings from these guys, the maulings I was getting some real banter for years.
I said to someone, I remember getting mocked by Everton fans when man's like Kevin Sheedy and them mans was winning the league and all that. Everton fans was mocking me, you know, brother. So listen.
So you be through it. Just
quickly. Yeah, you gotta stay with it.
From Asha, who will be your team player of the season? I'm gonna say, I was gonna say Gabriel. I think I'm gonna go with Gabriel Jesus. I think he will be my player of the season. What about for you, Ez?
As it stands, without any other signings made, I'm still going Mason Mount.
Okay.
Mason.
Kofi Klopp.
Interesting. I'm kind of geared towards Carvalho.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a massive shout. He's a talent though. He's a talent. There's something special about the kid.
Yeah. That's an interesting one. And you, Big D?
So if it stays like it is, I'm going to say Eriksen's just going to be creating for us and getting some bad boy free kicks as well. If no one else comes in, which is that's what it's looking like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know
what? My manners. Ez, you didn't give me the player ratings for the Chelsea game and just,
you really want to go back there? All right, cool.
Just quickly.
No, that's cool. That's fine. So my keeper right now, I don't know what's happened to him. He had nothing to do, yet he made work for himself. There's a few mistakes he does with his feet, and all of a sudden, Thiago Silva's having to track back. Koulibaly's having to save the day. So I'm giving Mendy a 5. Aspie, 5. He really should have gone this season. But we've hung on to him because we're not sure in what we might bring in. But he played okay, but still a 5. Thiago Silva, I don't know how the man's doing it, going 38 this year. I have no idea how he still managed to play at this level, at this speed.
Prime Maldini, innit?
Listen, he's keeping himself well, no injuries or nothing. So he's a 7. He had a good few saves. Koulibaly at 8. Why? Because he created the penalty chance. I mean, in terms of the pass, and in defense, he looks like Rudiger's replacement. Definitely, he's definitely looking that way.
Solid,
How long can he keep it up? I don't know, because the man pulled up with cramp in like the 70th minute. But that's just
getting used to the pace, isn't it?
Listen, he even said it. He even said it in the interview after the game. He said, "Look, it's fastest he's ever had to play." And that's against Everton. You know what I mean? So,
well, at least he got an assist, a good assist as well.
Yeah.
He was all over the place. He was all over the place. I'm not gonna lie.
Chilwell, he still got the injury in the back of his head, that ACL he had. So still underpinned. Got a 5.5, 6 for me. James is off it. Reece James, he didn't take on anyone. He didn't even try anything that game. I don't know what's going on with James, but maybe it's just early. 5 for me. Jorginho 7. He scored the penalty. He won the game. Kante a 6. Mount was bad. Mount was a 4 for me. But Havertz was terrible. Havertz is a 3. Sterling looked good with a 7. But overall, Chelsea need to do better going forward. But after our pre-season, I'll take that result. You know, our preseason was bad. I'm not going there again. I'm not. You know, I've worn the glasses already. I ain't doing that again. But you know, we're desperate when we played. We signed Cucurella at 12 o'clock on Friday, and he's playing at 5:30 on Saturday.
See them ones, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You know, like that. Man just had half a training set. Man just put pen like that. Look, the ink didn't dry on the paper, D. You know what I mean?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Get on that pitch, quick, come on.
Yeah. We just paid 60 minutes. Yeah, you better just play, boy. But he looked good. He played like.
But you know what? Sometimes that's the best way. You know, this whole sitting on the bench thing. Nah, brother, we just paid 60 mil for you. You better get on that pitch.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, man. Earn me the call, man.
Yeah, man.
Earn me the call.
Yeah.
He did look good, though. He did look good.
So what was your overall score for the team?
I'll give it a 5. Meaty.
5. And what about you? Did you count? What was your manager's score? What did he give you rating for the manager?
You know what? I'll give him a 6.
Okay,
But he won the game. He managed it well. He made the right changes when he needed to change them.
Yeah.
He got the result, but it needs to be better going forward. That's the short and long of it. There's nothing to talk about that match. Someone said it was Chelsea or Borefest. I agree with you, my brother. I'm never gonna fight you. I agree. I agree.
Yeah. He was a bit of a ball fest. But listen, we are coming to the last one because we would have done as I said, we would have done the match prediction. Oh, that Chile had to leave, so we are going to just quickly talk about Ref Watch, and that will be our last subject matter for tonight. And I know we've already spoke about the Brighton situation, where Martinez bundled over Danny Welbeck. I thought it was a penalty. Didn't seem to think it was.
Over the barge.
I don't know what do you think?
It's because you man said he's 5 for nothing. So how's he got the strength to bundle him over?
He's a strong player, man. Brother's a strong player, man.
I mean, you've seen those given all day long.
You have,
and they should have given that penalty all day.
Yeah. I mean,
says every Liverpool fan in the country.
Dermot Gallagher thinks it was an incorrect decision that the penalty should have been awarded.
So,
but then,
yes, Calvin, are you saying, brother?
But you know what? It's a balance because he didn't do the red card, then you probably expected that he would have sent him off. But then it's like, and like you said, he didn't go to VAR. So whatever they said in his ear, he was like, okay, yeah, man, I'm standing by my decision. So, and I suppose he's looking at the small defender, saying, you knocking him over, get up. But then he should have booked him for a dive then.
Yeah. So if it's not,
it's like
then
it's a dive.
Yellow card.
Yeah, yellow card. Yeah, exactly. So
all round decisions were wrong. They should have given him a yellow card, and he didn't do that.
Yeah.
What about the McTominay almost leg ankle breaker on
straight red?
Straight red.
Again, can't be doing that.
You know, VAR looks at it. How are you not giving that? Can somebody tell me how you're not giving that?
Wait, did you say VAR looked at it?
Did they?
I'm sure they. Well, let's have a look here.
I'm not even sure, no, man. I watched the game, but I'm trying to think if they went to VAR.
If it's a serious thing, VAR always looks at it, but they don't always necessarily stop the game. The game can continue while they're looking at it in the
Right, yeah. So that may have happened in Ez, But for me, he was late. He was reckless. That's a straight card for me, and I'm a Man United fan. So
yeah.
But it's McTominay though.
That's the thing. He's a bit of a liability. He's a bit
clumsy, and you can't be clumsy and useless.
I might have to call him McTominay Shaka now, you know, because well, the way the man's going on right now, I don't know if it's good enough. I don't know if it's good enough for your team, mate. I just don't know.
You know, and you see how you say that, right? I think that is the majority of United fans. Yet people are saying he's been groomed to become the club captain. Stop it, McTominay. In what world? Now,
but then I see that too. I think he's one of those players that probably feels he needs to bring a little bit of bite in the United team. Otherwise, United are probably going to be looking like
he's not good. He's just not good enough. He's not at that level. He's not.
You know what?
McGinn is keeping him out of the Scotland.
Yeah, keeping out Scotland team, and
he's playing first team. I don't get it.
I mean, I don't know if anyone in the chat.
By the way,
right? I don't know if anyone in the chat knows if Sir Alex Ferguson has a sister, because I swear that kid is his nephew. If Ferguson's got a sister, that is his nephew, because there's no way he should be donning that shirt and starting. Even if he's on the bench and you give him cameos off the bench, I'll be like, okay, you know what? It comes on and gives us some legs.
There's a player. Someone just said it. Cal Rob.
Yeah, exactly, Calvin.
Look, that's
Bang on.
I think there's
Bang
a
on.
player in there. There's a player in there. He needs that almost pet.
Proper guidance. Yeah.
Arm around the shoulder, attention to detail.
Yeah.
This is what I need you to do. If you're not doing it, mate, you're gonna have to sit on the bench. But if you do these little things, we can slowly build your game.
Right.
I don't think he's had that. To be fair to him.
No, definitely.
And I think I've said on here as well that most of those players that were there when Louis van Gaal was there, they haven't been coached since Louis van Gaal. So now they're being coached, but then, like I say, they're being coached, and it lasted for what, 21 minutes, 23 minutes, and then they reversed the type.
But it's a mammoth task. It's a mammoth.
Oh, mate! But you remember Ralph said it. He said it is major heart surgery. And they got rid of Ralph because he's chatting truth. I wanted Ralph to become director of football. I think I've said this quite a few times. I just think he's got the black book, he's got the contact. I'll tell you now, Sesko's coming to us if Ralph is still here.
Wow.
He is. Because I'll tell you what, because you have to remember that Ralph helped build those Red Bull franchises. He's coming to us if Ralph has that director of football job. But they said Ralph got to go.
It's a mess right now. It's a mess right now.
You talk too much now, Novsky. You talk too much.
Mitrovic, Van Dijk penalty. Is that a penalty?
Every day.
What you say, Cole?
You know what? It was soft. It was soft.
Oh boy!
He didn't. You know what? Mitrovic was so clever. He nearly made Van Dijk stumble because he twisted him, and Van Dijk was like all over the place.
So Kofi, what you're saying it was a soft penalty on a dry pitch. Is that what we're doing today?
He went down so easy. It was like a little nick on Mitrovic, and then big man's going down.
What did they have in it?
And then this one Leeds 2 Wolves 1. They should Leeds have had a penalty. Now I didn't see this one. I don't know. I'm just looking at the incident. Ramos Christian Kelly gets the ball first inside the box, but he clearly clattered by Jose Bar. Does look at it, but nothing given. So he clatters with the guy, but Var's looked at it, and basically they haven't given the penalty. And the verdict is correct decision for now in brackets. So you know that's going to change at some point. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But Normsky, we're going to be on it quarreling about some really big decisions as the season goes on.
Yeah.
Where referees, because you have to remember there's so much money in qualifying for Champions League and all these kind of things, right? And these VAR or lack of VAR decisions that don't get made, like if you imagine McTominay goes, right, we probably get battered. And we have a goal difference of -4 or something like that. You know what I mean? And so all these things, honestly, all these things will not funny.
Well, listen, guys, we have pretty much come to the end of the show. We have tackled everything. Just to let you know, as I said, going forward, we will be doing player ratings, reviewing our games and doing player ratings for each of our players and an overall player rating for the team. But also we will be introducing the what's going on prediction table, and we want to let us know, we've seen some already, about wearing opposition's tops, holding up a scarf, or maybe taking a picture with the opposition top and posting it on social media. These are just some of the suggestions. Please come up with more suggestions. What do you think? Put it in the comments. What do you think we should for the guy that comes last? What should be the forfeit? And for the guy that wins, I haven't seen anything for the person that wins. So put it in the chat. What about the person that wins? What should they, or should they have a choice of saying for the one that loses? I don't know. Let us know. Put it in the chat. What do you think? Should the person that wins have a choice in terms of this makes a decision in terms of what the loser should get, or do you want to make the decision in the chat? Let us know. Put it in the chat and let us know. Look forward to seeing your comments. Please leave it in the comments as well.
Norms, quickly, can I end on a bizarre fact or possible fact?
Yeah.
I've just seen a report that Barcelona might have to let Christensen and Kessie go on a free if they can't register them by Saturday, because that's their deadline for registration.
Do you know what? I saw that, and apparently I don't know how true it is. I might have been reading it wrong, or I may have just seen it on another channel that Arsenal might be linked with Kessie because of that.
Well, it's a solid source. It's come from a direct Barcelona correspondent.
Wow.
So that it's not a hearsay thing. It's a possibility. If they can't get the funds.
And the thing is, this is why you think that they would have just played ball with Frankie and got the 80 odd million out of Old Trafford or whatever. You have to wonder what's going on there, you know.
On the flip side, the cheek of it, they're still trying to buy Bernardo Silva.
I know.
You imagine.
I don't know how to do this. Somebody please enlighten me. What's the dark arts going on here?
Brown envelopes, Norms.
It has to be. Has to be. But I think the mere fact that they're not allowed to register certain players, I still think there is a level of nah, we're not going to let you do all of this and then register these players but and that's why I said last week that I think they're stockpiling because they know they're going to get a transfer ban, but then it don't matter because they've already got these players. All they've got to do is register them. They already signed to the club, so it's very tactical. I think it's very tactical.
Madness.
Very illegal, but very tactical.
There you go. It was bizarre, but I thought I'd throw it in there because that's
No. I saw that. That's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
The transfer window is going to get very interesting.
This has been the best one I've ever seen.
And the money that's been spent already, mate. Watch deadline day, man. I think.
Well, not by us, no.
Might do a deadline day show. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, what did I think, Craig? What did I think about the All or Nothing documentary? There were some bits where it was a little bit cringy. the never. I mean, listen, bro. What difference did that make? We still got a butt slap 4-0. They played "You Never Walk Alone" while we're trading. I mean,
that one is still mad. Yeah, I've only watched the first. I've only watched the first episode, so I'm playing catch up.
My son got up early to watch all three. I watched all three of them. There was some parts of it where I thought it seemed a little bit scripted. Do you know what I mean? And then there was other parts I thought, yeah, all right then.
Because I think 4, 5, and 6 come out today or tomorrow. Tomorrow, today.
I'm looking forward to that one because that's the Bamiyan saga. So I want to see what's going into that one. And
stripped him of the captain.
Come on, guys, let's all do this. Come on. I'm gonna get to listen. If I do this, let's close our eyes. Yeah. And we're going to get to 300 together. Let's hold hands.
Yeah, he's on a mad one, isn't he?
That's a Mazza, as you'll say. What's that? Say? The one that loses will need to play or sing their rival's song. That's a nice one, yeah. We'll think about that one, yeah. Arteta playing Never Walk Alone speakers, yeah. Great show again. The Airs Kofi Chilio and my lovely Stormski.
Yes, so, Jay. Respect.
I'm known as Stormski, but on the show it's Normski, so you know what I mean. When she's upset with me, it's Norman.
Edit. Storming Norman.
Yes, Mr. Grimsdale. Yes, Mr. Grimsdale. Norman Wisdom. Right.
Blessings, Jay.
And listen, I ain't watching no All or Nothing. We all know what happened.
Craig, surely you gotta watch it, man. Surely it's your own,
documentary. You have to watch it, Craig. Yeah, man. You gotta watch it.
You gotta see. I mean, I even saying that, yeah, some people are convinced that Arteta could be the man. I mean, you know, in the back room, people are saying that he could be the man after watching this documentary. I don't think so. I truly don't think so. I can't have
watch all of it.
Exactly. I can't have this man, yeah, experimenting with a great club like Arsenal. No way, Star. Come on, man.
He is guessing a bit, isn't he?
He's kidding, man. But listen, people, we have company in the show. It's been a lively show. It's been great.
Yes.
This is what we're going to be doing going forward. Predictions. What's going on prediction table. There's going to be some good forfeits. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, we're looking at player ratings, review of the Premier League game. Let's see what happens next week. We've got some games coming up this weekend. Arsenal at home to Leicester. Liverpool. Who you got, Kof? Who's Liverpool
Crystal
got?
Palace.
Yeah. Man United away to Brentford.
Yeah.
Massive game this week. Chelsea beat the Spurs, mate. That game is going to be an interesting game. But guys, I'd like to thank everybody that's in the chat. Thank you so much for participating and just making the chat so lively. And listen, mate, till next week. Please hit the like button, subscribe and share if you're new. And we'll see you on the next What's Going On podcast. Hopefully, I'll have a massive smile on my face, and I'm looking forward to it. Take care, and God bless.
Yeah.